Hey, what's up, man? This is my Movado 242 coming back to you again. Today is November the 27th, 2018. Yesterday, I was talking about the run-up to war. Looking like they're marshaling the forces, getting things in place. And the more, two things. The Russia-Ukraine boat incident. As I look at the video from that thing, it looks kind of fishy, as usual. But hey, that's par for the course. And this may be too. But I mentioned that, we hadn't heard anything from China or North Korea lately. And what happens? Bam. This is on Zero Hedge. China ambassador warns of dire consequences if no deal, hints at all-out war. Wow. So, see, man, I told you. Earlier today, Trump's chief economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, poured cold water on expectations for an imminent resolution of the U.S.-China trade war when he said that negotiations in the run-up to this week's G20 talks haven't yielded any progress, and unless something changes, the administration will move ahead with the next phase of tariffs. Things have been moving very slowly between the two countries, Kudlow said, adding that it was up to Xi to come up with new ideas to break the deadlock. And echoing a report from the U.S. Trade Representative published earlier this month, Kudlow said, "There hasn't been much of a change in China's approach. We can't find much change in their approach," Kudlow told reporters. President Xi may have a lot more to say in the bilateral with Trump in parentheses. I hope he does, by the way. I think we all hope he does. But at the moment, we don't see it. Just a few hours later, a report by Reuters confirmed that Kudlow won't be seeing it for a long time because according to China's ambassador to the U.S., Kui Tianaki, China is going to this week's G20 summit hoping for a deal to ease a damaging trade war with the United States, even as he warned of dire consequences if U.S. hardliners, read the trade hawks led by Peter Navarro, try to separate the world's two largest economies. And there you have it. Just yesterday I said, wow, we haven't heard anything from China in a while, and like clockwork, here they go. The irony of this situation is we would not be in this position had not our large multinational or large American corporations had not sent their manufacturing to China. Most of the manufacturing that used to take place right here in the U.S. is now taking place in China. And that's due to companies trying to skirt around the regulations for pollution and waste management and, just environmental laws. So they sent it over to China, and, China's got our manufacturing, but they also have our pollution because the companies they didn't want to basically pay what it would have taken to make their companies and the products they make environmentally safe. So they farmed it out over to China. Now all of that stuff's being made in China on the cheap for slave wages, and then it's sent back over to the United States for us to consume. And we don't make anything. We are a consumer nation at this point. So, this thing's going to come to a head. There's an old saying that the trade wars, sooner or later, if they're not solved, they end up in shooting wars. And it looks like the rhetoric is getting ratcheted up. The hidden hand, the cabal, whatever you want to call them. They got their mark in there somewhere. So it'll be interesting to see what happens at the G20 conference. I think that's going to be down in South America. Was it Buenos Aires or I forget the name of I think it was Buenos Aires, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So peace, man. Everybody take it easy.